Dire team pick.
Not happening.
Yeah, and even then, I feel like they also need the Soul Catcher to hit the Morphling, which should be possible, but they need everything basically thrown on them. Soul Catcher, Disruption, Shadows. Oh! This gets interesting now. I do want to say, VG, I mean, it's a very heavy Knife strat now, Sin. They've got the Enigma for Ice 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 and the Lich, which looks like FY will be playing, though. Maybe they'll swap around with Fender on the Skype Mage, not sure. But that said, you see a very experienced, driven team here, and actually a role swap for the old boys, it looks like, as the Invoker will be handled by Long DD. So DD, who was playing that 3-position role, sometimes even a 2-position for the team, or sorry, not 2, a 1-position, depending on how the lanes went, he will now go into the support role, which he's certainly accustomed to. They'll swap Long DD over to the carry, and well, Sin, I want to talk Shadow Fiend. This is a hero that we just haven't seen in the new patch much, despite the Arcana, which sadly is, which I don't believe he has. Yeah, no Arcana for Joe, even with all those TI winnings. Can't afford it, I guess.
He bought those meds.
He got the Alzheimer's meds instead, that's right.
Yeah, well, Shadow Fiend got buffed marginally in this version. I don't really think it matters all that much. It's more... I think we could see some resurgence of Shadow Fiend in the middle lane if he gets off to a good start, because he just controls the lane so damn well with the denies, and now that that's better and he will more reliably be able to grab
30 seconds to battle.
the bounty rune, he's actually becoming a pretty potent mid laner. He's one of the old mid laners that just used to get picked all the time because he would dominate lane and snowball from there, but in recent times hasn't been that successful, and in this kind of game you just don't put your Shadow Fiend mid. It's absolute suicide running him into Lich Morphling, so they're gonna safe lane him and put the Invoker mid, which I think is the better choice. Something I'm interested about though is, what's your opinion on the new model? Because some people think it looks kind of silly. I wonder if it's just because they're used to the old one, but the spellcast animations have been, I think, been getting a little bit of flack. I think he looks pretty cool, but I think it's just a matter of getting used to it.
He has more of a swagger with the way he walks, which does harken back to, like, my favorite part about the hero in Warcraft 3. His head looks a little small, though. I think that's what's bothering me right now, is it's got like a pinhead. I like him with the I like him with the flames, but we're gonna see some early roaming. So let's run through our lineups real quickly. DD will be playing your Shadow Demon 820. The last track, it will be Joe handling that Shadow Fiend. Needs to buy that Arcana. Someone, please, get this man the upgrade. Long DD, your Solomon and Booker against the Lich Morphling. And Chowei on the offlane roll, but we're going to have a clash off the bat. On the Federer will go. Disruption to start this one. The Split Earth can follow. It will be mistimed. Oh no! Now 820 gets stomped, and what should have been pretty much a freebie, at least high damage if not a kill. Amounts to little. Over on the side of VG Gaming, Ice 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 will be your Enigma. The dual lane mid will be Black on the Morphling, trying to fill Sylar's big shoes that he did a great job with the TA4. FY will be your Lich, and then to the offlane goes Super on the Centaur, and Fenrir on the Scarlet Mage. So, well, a miscue there from OB early on, Sint.
Yeah, this is a very rare mistake as well in high-level games. This is a combo that you've played a lot, and there's even an audio cue that you can hear when the disruption is about to end to time your Split Earth, so... Even on this kill, the hero they were landing it on did not have an escape mechanism like a blink or anything like that, so you actually have a little bit of leeway with hitting the stun, but just a little bit of, maybe they're a little nervous now, or I don't know. I feel like these guys are so incredibly experienced that that shouldn't really come into play here, but I missed play nevertheless, and it's a shame because that was a safe first blood right there. If Joe gets the last hit, he even gets a lot of souls as well going with that. But still, he's gonna get good farm. Now, my bigger concern for OB is the mid lane, and I'll be coming back to this a little bit because Invoker, pardon me, Invoker doesn't stand a chance here. And if you're looking for someone to fill Sylar's shoes on the Morphling, I think Black is a pretty good choice.
Excellent last hitter with the Lich support him, and just to expand on your point, Invoker desperately needs his levels, especially the Exort Invoker. We'll see FY charging with the haste turn here, top lane, but it's just harassment for now. Can't really go on anyone. But he desperately needs the levels, even against a Morphling 1v1. We've seen this matchup be difficult, but with the early denies from Lich, it's damn impossible. 13-9 for Black. Long DD gets zoned out easily by wave from and right clicks. And eventually he'll probably get a Midas to try to catch up, but he's got 3 CS and he's not going to get any better without support. And Lich even comes back mid, so they're going to continue punishing him.
And he also doesn't have regen. He started with an Null Talisman, which I think is incredibly greedy against the lane he was could expect to go up against here. He got pooled 2 tangos that he already used, and now he's out of lane. He's even skilling 2 points next sword, so he has Sunstrike right now. Black can just force him out. I think FY will.
He needs a Sunstrike kill, I feel like. Like, he has to get one somewhere. Also, I'm not really sure how he gets back in this game. They do have good setup for it, though. They have the Disruption into Split Earth. They're gonna smoke now. It's actually not spotted by Vici, but if they're gone for long, this might become obvious anyway, as they do have that ward behind the tower. And they're gonna make their way towards mid. Do they have the damage to kill off Black, will be my question, since...
No.
No, they'll go top instead.
They don't.
Okay.
There's no Cold Snap, and then there's no way. You'll just wait for him afterwards. Even has 2 points in Morph, so... and get plenty of strength. But this gank needs to work out, although Joe is already on the receiving end here. Super, if he lands this stomp, he's probably dead. Not going to, though.
They don't have to pick stomp. The Sunstrike comes through. First Blood will go the way of OB. Sadly, not going to that Invoker. 820 now trying to turn on FY, but he does have pretty good move speed. The raise from Joe not connecting, but we'll follow it up with the creeps. The creeps assisting him. He's got the long range raise. There you go. Jams it in, but dies to them in exchange. Oh, that hurts. FY trying to juke. He won't end up eliminated. It's a bloodbath in the top lane. The slight victors here will be OB, though it may end up being a full 3-man wipe for both teams with a Fenrir's respawn. Juking on the other direction, they've now thrown out Soul Catcher, turns around for the nuke, DD, feeds away a freebie, and doesn't even get a return kill. Sunstrike also horribly whiffing, just assuming Fenrir would stop, I guess, and, well, maybe expecting him to try and juke back, but, oh my god. That was a very awkward exchange at the end there.
A couple of mechanical misplays here from OB and Vici Gaming easily getting the better exchange here. The thing is, if this top lane turns into a 3-on-3, they're already winning the 2 other lanes. Void will lose to Enigma. I think Xiaowei is actually doing fairly well here, all things considered, with how hard that lane should be. He's doing an admirable job.
Oh no, 2 hero stomp top lane. Double edge on the Zhou. The Split Earth will be there, but one more auto attack will finish him off. The Shadow Fiend dies another time. And now they turn, potentially going for 820. Another Frostblast Super still alive. Sunstrike. Nope, not gonna connect. Not even close, really. 820 will end up surviving, though. They get the counter kill. They work on FYs now on the Lich, and with the poison stacks adding up, he's got to juke this third one. Actually, this level 3 poison already. Wow, he's level 5. That's pretty scary. That might be enough to salvage this lane. Does do a lot of damage. Look at these support levels, man.
Yeah. Whenever you have support exchanges this early on, the support levels are going to shoot through the roof, and I think this favors the Dire more than the Radiant. They're playing against a Lich who doesn't really benefit from the levels as much as Shadow Demon and the Shrek do, I would say, until he hits that level 6. And in addition to that, it's a good way of safeguarding the Shadow Fiend if you have a strong support duo on the lane, so I think that's alright. But once again, the problem is what is going to happen in the other lanes. If you keep fighting up there, Black is going to get out of control eventually. Invoker currently 10 CS against 34 of Morphling with 21 denies as well, so Invoker getting horribly underleveled. Now he's even going to get ganked to boot. He's totally dead here in the mid lane. It's looking tough for Open.
And now we'll go to Black.
Not gonna lie.
Now bottom lane, there was a Chronosphere, but Ice still standing through this, he'll end up going down. So they get a return kill in the bottom lane. OB start to shake things up. That is an Enigma as well, so all those extra denies that he had to pull ahead of Xiaowei in levels will now kind of rebound the other direction, and this will get Xiaowei his treads. Your Shadow Fiend for Zhou getting a little bit of breathing room, but only a little bit. And this is the one issue with Shadow Fiend Send, and it's one of the reasons why we've seen him less in the current version. He can get shut down very easily by all this early aggression. And with 2 nukes, he's nearly dead already. He's gonna pop again, it looks like. One more Arcane Bolt scores the kill, and
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. There is Dire's top tower is
I
feeling
like the
its
rotations from OB a lot. I
mortality.
think staying in the top lane here might not necessarily be the right choice, although I said
Radiant's bottom tower
could
is
have a
under
better lane there.
attack.
I think they need to
Dire's
make
top
sure they
tower
take
is
care of
under
their
attack.
solos. Shadow Demon being level 5 is great and all, but
Radiant's bar
if your 2
has grown
solos aren't
thick.
pairing well, it doesn't matter that you get a
Dire's
slight
top
lead
tower is under
as a slight
attack.
victory in that
It
top lane.
fights
That's not
for
good
its
enough,
life.
so. Helping out the Void here of Xiaowei, getting 2 kills and now almost getting a tower. I
Radiant's
think it's a
bottom
way better
tower is
exchange than
fading
anything that could have gotten
fast.
top lane.
Dire's top
And now the
tower
next
is under
step
attack.
is get Invoker into the game.
And the Shadow Fiend. The Shadow Fiend needs about these 1 and
Is
3.
under attack.
He is the better comeback hero, and he is CSE well, 31 and 8, but they just keep on pressuring him, and they're gonna go again. It looks like they've got
Radiant's
Chain
bottom
Frost
tower is
online.
under attack.
Just that first
There is
concussive
no
shot with the lane
Radiant's
ward,
bottom
they could pretty
tower
much
has
die this. They don't have vision of Joe right now, but they know where he's not. He's not in this area, which leaves very few places where he could lurk.
He's either here or
And he's gonna walk back into vision. Fenrir just plinks him over the tree line. Oh, that might actually end up saving his life. Well, he certainly knows they're nearby now. And the pressure on him and the Invoker is just immense.
The supports are going to show up again. 820 is half health.
Dyer's middle tower is under attack.
Mana. They can
No
use one spell,
gale
but they
can
realize
stop
the
the
ward is there
flames.
because of that auto attack. So great sentry here.
Have
from
fun.
May 20 or not DD. So.
Oh, they're bringing in the reinforcements. Black one starts right top, and looks like he may think better of it. The one thing they do have to be careful about now is that Xiao 8 has his notice line. He's level 8 with a max. Mask Command is coming soon. All the aggression from Vici on the tower has been fine until now, Sid. But if they ever extend this time around and he has a TP, which he currently does, this could end poorly for Vici. So I think wisely playing it safe at this point.
Yeah, I don't think they have to be over-aggressive here. They know that as long as they deny Shadow Fiend quite a bit of farm, and as long as Black is farming and Ice is also getting his in the bot lane, then I think they're going to be happy overall. The trade-off here right now is that Void got a comeback. So that's the one concern, but you know what? They're going to deal with that now as well.
Spotted out by a Radiant Ward, though. They're going to try and move towards Black, and not able to find the opening. Zhou will make the long walk back to his base. He's not going for that small mid lane. Oh no, this is not good. Has a cold snap. Does return it, but
just even level 1 Ancient Seal with Waveform is like a 350 damage nuke after reductions. It's kind of insane. And
looking for super top lane. There's no stampede. We'll start it off. This could be a nice return. We'll split it. Gotta land this one. There you go. Needs the one raise. The second one missing. Used the long range raise, but super ran in. That catching Joe off guard. Now 820. Nearly finished off by this chain cross, which keeps on bouncing. It's one kill for the Lich. He's gonna get a double for FY. Even on freaking Lich. He can sacrifice. He can get the third. With the crossbow, it's a triple kill. How does he do it? Every freaking game, man. Doesn't matter. Setting. Glitch. He's always stacking up the kills. 4-1 and 4. Oh my god. It's like he ends the game of Dota to his will, Sin. It's just unbelievable.
Yeah. But what a play, though. Getting that Chain Frost at that exact time and getting those bounces. He wasn't even particularly lucky, I think, on the chain, so can't even blame it on the RNG. Just completely outplayed, and Joe, I think he got juked a little bit by the Centaur there. He thought Centaur would run in a straight line, then he made a slight backstep, and because of that the long raise missed, and then he ran out. So very nicely played by Vici as well here. Just in all 3 games so far, they seem mechanically superior simply to their counterparts here. Oh, Sentry Ward.
I think that's better though. Yeah, that's the bash. Eats it more, 2 more. Oh, there you go. Sunstrike secures the kill. A much needed comeback for Long DD, who still only has 850 gold. At this point, you'd usually see the Midas and then some out, but he might get caught mid. Long DD, can't believe he turned back around. I guess he's baiting with the disruption, but that will cause DD his life. Gets caught out, then the black hole, pulling 2 back in. Ice is dropping very low to the nuke damage, but not finished off. Will now retreat, be earned up. I mean, Long DD literally just walked back into certain demise. And they're gonna lose more, perhaps. 820. Just managed to get off the stun.
Wow, very well played there, predicting the waveform of Black in his new positioning.
Dyer's middle tower is
Showing
under
some of
attack.
his full glory.
No, Dyer's middle tower has fallen.
This Invoker is just... He's really in the dumpster for farm right now, Sin. 2,700 net worth. The enemy Lich is way ahead of him. Almost 1 big gold.
Yeah, and it's not because he's played a bad game. It's just impossible to win that lane. I think the biggest mistake Long DD has made all game was his starting items. Because perhaps he could have got a little bit more if he had some more regions, so he could play with some more confidence in the lane. Maybe going Quas early on could have also helped, but then again, how are you supposed to last hit with points in Quas instead of Exhort against a Morphling? It's kind of... It is just an absolutely unwinnable lane. Now, the real challenge begins now when he has to try to make the comeback. I like that he's not going for a Midas, because I think it's going to be too late. So instead, electing to go for Treads here, maybe into a Necrobook, or maybe it's just a flat-out Necrobook without Treads here. Looks more likely, actually. I like that choice a lot. He just needs to be able to fight before it gets too late.
Shall we? He just made the journey from bottom to mid. Now he's going to TP back bottom and look to go again. Well, F5. He's going Midas. And, I assume it's maybe we're going to see an Ultra one. Who knows? I mean, honestly, go whatever the hell you want at this point, F5. You're that far, you can do it. He's got 1,000 gold up. And this will be a very fast level 16 for the Lich. It'll be an early Axe for him as well, if he wants to go that route. And that Lich Axe can do a lot of work. Gets disrupted though. Well, this will slow it down. No. trying to dodge the splitter. That ain't gonna happen. F1 chain pulse. Stampeding him in a bit closer. Will bounce. Once, twice. Back to the corpse. And Black will get the second kill. Meanwhile, bottom lane. Chrono Spear from Challenge. Ice, ice, ice. He goes for the wraparound super, and Finn are like, well, we can silence. That's not it. Casual auto tech from Joe securing that kill. Looking for the... No, he's just skilled Requiem. He stopped, forgot to skill it, and then turns around to do it. Whiffs on the raise. Oh, this is not cutting it. There's a blink ready. There's no mana for a stop just yet, but that will be up in about 10 mana. As Joe jukes into the trees, has no teleport scroll. I don't know if they really want to go on him when they're this low. Good raise timing could cost them. A20 also coming in, looking to support the Shadow Fiend. He's still dancing around. So they continue pursuit. Now they're going to cut off his path. Gee, he's stuck around. He's really stuck around. They're going to blink it with a stop here. Joe, double edge to follow this up. The nukes are coming from Skyrat. That's not much mana left on Fenrir, though. But the Sunstrike, oh, just missing super. He ends up popping anyway.
That's the second Sunstrike missed in a row. This one is, I feel like, it's more forgivable for Long DD. But the one in the top lane that actually allowed Glitch to get the chain tossed off, that one was the more costly one. It cost them both their supports. And he even had the setup for both the Disruption and the Leshrac stun, so it looked like miscommunication in that instance. But yeah, this one in the bottom lane is really hard to hit. I'm surprised Joe is... He seems really hesitant to use his races. It's almost like he doesn't have confidence in his hero. He's moving around, not really sure about when and how to use the races compared to what we're used to seeing from him. Nice gank here, by the way, on Ice by OB, but the turnaround is there. Black with another kill here. Currently 6-0 with 100 CS in 14 minutes. Yep, that is a pretty farm Morphling. 8 gold.
Oh, they might even get the Shadow Fiend again. They're diving for Joe. No, they'll let him live. Have mercy for the time being. Yes, and his Shadow Fiend has not been... I have heard some reports that people are complaining that the animations seem delayed. Like, I'm not sure if it's just a visual glitch or what. I haven't had a chance to play the hero since the model rework, but I wonder if maybe that has something to do with it. I'm not trying to make excuses for Joe, but this has been reported by quite a few people. So, well, either way, top lane, there's a Chronosphere onto FY. He will be silenced. He's trying to dodge away from a potential Mystic Flare. Nice movement from Xiaowei, just ensuring that doesn't happen. Now we'll chase on the Black. Mystic Flare still be out of reserve. Look for the Black Hole right now. Read it in weave, Long DD. Called out, stopped, and then finished off. The Disruption used on Joe, but they can't take both parries with that. And now he'll be pursued a bit farther. Super chasing, has no Stampede. The Lightning Storm will slow down this chase, and they might left to turn it. Still lurking to the wings of Xiaowei. Stops to farm the creep wave, then time walks over these four. And he'll just back off in the end. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe that has something to do with it for the Shadow Fiend, or maybe he's just rusty on the hero, not feeling very confident.
It certainly does look different when you cast it. A big part of playing a hero like Shadow Fiend, which is so timing-based, is the visual feedback you get when you start casting your spells. If you're not used to the new animations, you might get a little bit confused with what exactly your timings are. And I'm with you on that. They look significantly different, so I think you just need to play the hero once or twice and get used to it. And maybe Joe hasn't played it until now. Maybe they just decided, you know what, we're behind really much in this series. We're going to put on a show. We're going to play a less popular hero, and we're going to do our very best to maybe play a surprise pick here and get the best out of it. But yeah. Yeah,
I gotta say, these look very different, and honestly, like, they look awkward to me, so there may be some truth to that. But mid lane, jump on a Long DD, Mystic Fire, Stampede, Stomp, Double Edge, easy kill. But that said, I mean, like you said, you play it a few times and you can get adjusted to pretty much anything. It just feels a little slow. Like, he swings his arm and then the raid kind of comes out afterwards, instead of like the more natural and fluid motion from the old model, or even what was in Warcraft 3.
Yeah. Just looking at Joe casting 2 raises, I'm pretty sure there isn't a bug with the actual time. It just doesn't seem so intuitive when the raise lands when you cast it, when you look at it. But it takes a bit of getting
used to. It's because like the arm swinging like ends before the raise comes out, instead of like as it ends the raise arrives, which is, I'm pretty sure how it used to be. But like you said, I think the timing is in fact the same. It's just purely a visual thing. Well, he's gone for the Mushi build here. He's picked up the mech.
I like this choice a lot because the team really needs it against this Vici lineup. There's so much AoE damage, so he'll be able to heal up a lot of damage with this, and perhaps they can take a fight off it. He doesn't need to be a big carry yet because there's a lot of damage coming out from Xiaowei, and of course the Invoker just being level 11 and having those 2 Forge Spirits, even if you have terrible farm, you can still do a lot of damage with just your spells, so I think it's a good choice here. We'll see if OB managed to get a fight off it, though. It looks like they're smoking up, looking for something here.
Dyer's top tower is under attack.
Nope, they
It
don't.
fights for its
They find a Chronosphere though on Ice Ice Ice. Who's gonna get Show looking for it with the raises. But it ends up going the way of Xiaoi's Void, who is still farming. Like, yeah, this Morphling is gigantic, but the Shadow Fiend and Void are actually well in it. And in terms of farm, you've got 95 CS on Joe. He's certainly kept that up, and considering the aggression on his lane, that is impressive. The Void at 89 and with the kills slightly leading. But Black Smoke Hero with the Liquid Sphere and gold in the piggy bank already. And now we see a Midas come out for F1. It's been a bit delayed by a few of those deaths, but there's going to be a rotation coming in from Super. He's got the Blink Stampede. Straight on 820 will go. He Stampedes forward onto TD. They don't want that defensive disruption being pesky. Mystic Flare, no mana for it. He's got Stick Charges. Won't need it. Hit form securing another one. But these are only the supports, and the rest of OB are pushing in the bottom lane and still keeping their farm.
Top tower is under attack.
Do they have enough time, I guess, is going to be the question.
Is under attack.
So, Black will obviously snowball harder than the Dire heroes will, but I don't think being at a disadvantage to well necessarily means that they can't fight, because I think the heroes actually, in comparison to Morphling, I think both
Radiant's bottom tower has been denied. Dyer's top
Did
tower
that
is
casual
under attack.
zoning hole? It's just get out of here. Oh man.
But
Dyer's top tower has fallen.
away, so
The earth
advantage VG again, but
seems relieved.
my point is, if both Shadow Fiend, Void, and Invoker get farm, and it's a trade-off for Black getting extremely farmed, I think they can actually still deal with a Morphling with their combination of heroes. Even if they're behind by 5 or 10k gold, as long as those 3 cores are farmed, it's definitely within the realm of possibility, because the other heroes in VG just don't scale as well as the Dire lineup does. It's kind of similar to Game 2 so far, actually.
FY may have a word with us if he farms the eggs, though. If he's throwing out a perma-bouncing Chain Frost every minute, yeah, that could mix things up a bit.
Or if he goes for
But-
MKB Daedalus.
Yeah, that's one way to mix things up. Might need the Mass Commanders for that increased attack speed if you want to go that route.
Uh-oh.
And he may get caught out here. Oh,
Good awareness.
Xiaoi
He
was
doesn't even have vision, but realizes that this might be a risky move and backs off. By the way, look at the warding here from the Dire, really aggressive inside the Radiant jungle. Looking for opportunities here to try and take control of the map, but haven't been successful as of late. And well, we'll see. This ward is about to expire down the Radiant jungle, and then they're going to lose some much-needed control.
And with that, they're going to make a jump on mid. Black caught out. No, just a race. They had DD in reserve, but just, I guess, protecting him more than anything. That's the issue, though. Like you said, they can't really pick off the Morphling unless they just farm a Hex, which is going to be a long time before that happens.
Yeah, well, Invoker is well on the way with his Necro 1. So it's going to take at least... If this case is kept up, he'll have it by about 50 or 60 minutes. It's just, he's that starved. There's not that much to do. One thing we talked about yesterday, or the day before rather, about the new Ethereal Blade, we said it might be better on Morphling. We're going to see Black showcasing it this game, I think, with that Ghost Sector. We'll be upgrading that. So the change is now when you use Ethereal Blade, it's weaker in terms of the travel time. Before it used to be instant, now it has
Radiant's top
movement speed of
tower is under
1100 with the
attack.
projectile
It
shoot.
shall encroach no
But
more.
instead, you don't get Ethereal to yourself, and that, I think, is in most cases
Dyer's middle tower is under attack.
shotgun and immediately.
Radiant's top tower.
Chronosphere once used, they get a kill with the Enigma, then Super force stepping in. Can't find the stop opening. Maybe they even turn and go back in on him with Cold Snap. No Invoke right now for MTD. He already invoked the Ice Wall. So they'll back off, and interestingly, they actually win a fight under their own tower without their mech carrier, who was off pushing the top lane. So a win there for them, but to go back to your point, the shotgun is nearly out, and it does mean after you use the shotgun, you can then go in for additional auto attacks, which you often need to just finish off some of these heroes. A long DD, look for the lead bottom lane. They'll Stampede, they'll jump on him, there's no disruption yet, we gotta get it off! Oh, we got silenced. Fenrir was too quick. And DD won't be able to save his friends. I guess the timing's a little weird though with the new shotgun. Like, if you use the Ethereal Blade, wait for it to hit. I haven't actually used it yet, but just based on the change and how described, you have to like use it, wait for it to actually connect, and then use your advantage break. So it's kind of a different timing.
Oh, ice.
Ice.
Oh, good
Black
catch
Ops.
from the hold.
Looked like he did. It looked like he defaulted, but he was just on the boundary, I guess.
Yeah, that was really on the edge. But don't underestimate how fast that projectile travels. 1100 is like double haste. That's how fast it is right there.
Yeah, plenty, especially with how he runs it. But he does a BKB, so he'll survive. Doesn't matter though, Black with the double damager.
He's hitting
And not being a ghost
right now.
form.
They could get Roche.
Yeah,
And they
and
will.
he just keeps on morphing more to Agi. He's full Agi now. This will be a very easy Roche. They can use this illusion to tank if he move commands it in, and we'll do that. And Roche is getting absolutely chunked down.
That is pretty scary how much damage Black is dealing right now. I think they will be giving the Aegis to maybe the center again.
The Radiant have ended Rashad.
Picks it up, going for the bottom tower as well. I mean, why not? He's still... Oh, his DD did expire, so... cover that for it.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Farming the Necro.
It may yet stand.
What a player.
Dire's bottom tower is under
He's like
attack.
a bot now that's coded so that if two targets are close to each other, he automatically casts Chain Frost.
He's soon gonna have... He's basically got the X, man. 3,000 gold up. He's almost got his level 16 with this Midas as well. We're almost certainly, if they don't GP out, gonna see this turbo bounce and change us. They'll stampede in from long range. They get the jump along DD. Mystic Flare's there. Disruption from DD once again, not in time.
Bottom tower hopes flame.
And there's a shotgun.
Monster kill.
Yeah, they just lost two. Two for nothing. And it's just like you look at the cores of OB, and although they're getting some farm on Xiaowei and the Shadow Feet, they're not actually exerting any pressure on the map. Whereas Black is running around killing people and farming and taking towers.
He's currently 8-0-4 and he has a replicate out of the Centaur, and there's nothing to remove this replicate. They don't have any Hex, any Mana Drain, or anything like that. So Black can return to this if he wants. I think he might do it now just to secure the tower, or they think they can do it without it, or then maybe
Dire's
playing the bait
structures are
here,
fortified.
that Centaur illusion.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Fight not coming in.
Yet
Like,
stand.
Courier almost ran over. The Stumpy almost flew over Xiaowei, but barely missing.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And for now, that replicate is
Dire's
just...
bottom
They're using the
tower is
return
under
damage to
attack.
bring down this
Oh,
huge
Joe.
wave.
Wow, Black not going for... Okay, now he will.
Concussive shot. Shotgun can follow this up. Yep, there's your Ethereal Blade and pops him like a pinata.
Yeah, we didn't talk
With the
about
ancient
synergy
seal
with
bonus
ancient
damage.
seal, that's...
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Okay.
It's okay. In the meantime, FY has nearly completed the eggs, and he can use a Chain Frost here soon to secure that. But it gets Chrono. Buy your items quickly, FY. No, he can't. He'll end up going down. That'll set him back 400 gold. Xiaowei, the only one who really seems to be able to do anything for his team right now, Sins.
Yeah, he does have a lot of farm even in that offlane position. Having BKB Mask of Madness, and I think he had the BKB for at least 4 or 5 minutes now, is actually really good farm. So he's doing a great job, but it's not going to be enough if his team don't get any farm, especially that Invoker is just
Dire's
so
middle tower
dead
is
war. There's like
learning
nothing
to
he can do right now
fear.
at this point. The supports, 820 has a decent amount on the Lash, but he's still... Yeah.
Oh no. Stop on two. Super's jumped in. He finds out Xiaowei. The shotgun was used as well. Then waving forward will be Black, securing another kill that way. And like you said, it's like Xiaowei, even if he finds these solo kills, there's not much to follow that up. Maybe if they hit the Meteor, Deafening Blast, Triple Ray, Shadow Fiend Requiem, then they could bring down at least a bunch of the supporting cast, but that's asking a lot. That is asking a lot out of him. And this is not going to help when Joe gets caught up middling. This is a defensive disruption, no Stampede, but Force Staff, Reaper, plenty of defensive capabilities here for his Super. What?
He dodged the Ethereal Blade with Shadow Blade.
Oh, huh.
Because it's a projectile, then it can miss on Shadow Blade. That's interesting. So you can also, I think you can also disjoint it with Blink.
Yeah, I guess it's a normal projectile.
Yeah.
Then.
I still intuitively just thought it would be hitting Shadow Blade, but it doesn't. That's an interesting counter here. I'm not sure if that's the reason Joe picked it up, but it's pretty interesting that there's an interaction there. I had no idea.
I guess we look at Ichi, the only heroes that can really hunt him are the Centaur and the Morphlete. They just aren't particularly mobile, unless you get a good Stampede off, so this may allow him to split push in general. But bottom lane Chronosphere comes out, BKB from Xiaowei, he's caught, so he needs to bring Ice down before this mech comes out. And he will do so, can turn now onto the Scott, maybe put Black Scott into the backlines, he starts chewing through them with another double damager. He just incinerates their entire team. The Chain Frost thrown out, they've lost 4, practice hunting for the 5th. Joe Shadowblade still going, but Black waves in again. He's
Dire's
dancing
bottom
around
tower
now.
is under attack.
Fly, getting close to that
He's
Aghanim
actually
Scepter.
strong enough with the double damage to defy the back.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Absolutely insane farm coming out of Black. His GPM is above 700 now in a 27-minute game, and this is before pushing the base. He can probably kick that up by about 50 to 100 if he gets a couple of towers and kills here inside the base, and even barracks. Oh, Joe.
Well,
Was not
that
the way
just
to do
happened.
that.
Dire's bottom tower hopes
That just
flame.
happened. And it is not actually an Axe. It's gonna be a Shiva's Guard, which has some really good synergy with this Black Hole. And GG! Just like that! Not with a bang, but with a whimper. VC Gaming are your I-League champions.
This was, you know, it makes you think when you saw this Grand Final series play out in the best of 5 with the whole way the brackets went. I feel like Vici Gaming played the semifinals and the finals in the first 2 rounds pretty much. They had to get through Newbie and they had to get through IG. They won both of those, I believe, 2-1. And then you just had the feeling that going up against OB, who struggled against Rave, and I believe they also, what was their first match again? That was against Virtus Pro. I think that was 2-1 as well. Didn't seem that convincing. It still, I feel like it still makes a great story that they made the finals with this team, but I still have the feeling that were the brackets set differently, we would have a different kind of grand final where Vici would be playing a best of 5 against Newbie or IG, and that would probably have been less one-sided, but you can't take anything away from Vici. They beat all the hardest opponents on the way to the grand finals, so they kind of deserve an easier grand final, but of course, maybe it's a little bit of a shame, but they had some really good series against the other 2 teams earlier.
And of course, all these players are great sports. And I think, like you said, this one doesn't like shatter the old boys the way it might some of the